guys, welcome to the to our YouTube channel. As you can see, this Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So as you can see, we got like a keyboard and old school computer. That's basically my setup. So let's begin.
Alright, let's get it into. I'm here as well. It's just gonna be me and Todd on this Let's Play. It may turn into a series, may not. We don't know yet. Todd is
This
going
is the
to me.
story of a man named
Hold up.
Stanley.
Moment of silence.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Stanley sound like an NPC. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's what he is.
Hold up one sec. Let me Where's the Where's like the like the sensitivity? Camera sensitivity, there we go. Alright. So back what I was saying, Todd's gonna be making the decisions on the game. I know this game came out like a long ass time ago, but
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm gonna have
Stanley
my
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna have my mic muted most of this because I have played through a lot of this game already, but I
No
played
matter
it a
how hard
while.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Shut up, narrator. I have played through it so long ago that I mostly forgot, but I remember some of it. So I'm gonna let Todd, which is the other guy, make most of the decisions. So my mic is gonna be muted for most of this.
Yo.
I'll pop in and make a comment every once in a while, but you're gonna direct me, Todd, tell me where to go and all that. We're gonna see how this series go. We might turn into a series, might be a one-off. We'll see. If you like it enough, we'll turn into a series where we do games like this that I've already played, but we either do it with me or Todd or Richard, and we're gonna play. Let us know down in the comments any like old games like this, like Portal, Half-Life, anything like that you would like to see us play. All right, I'm gonna mute my mic now. Todd's gonna do the commentating and do the directing. I'll make comments here and there though.
All right, let's keep going forward. Look at this room. Messy. Like all NPCs, they don't even pick up after themselves. Alright. So, I guess we go through. Looking up and down. Wait, can we even open the doors? Like the closed doors? Nope.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, I'm gonna enter the door on my right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really
Where's the
been worth the
donuts?
detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Wait, go down there, down that hole. What is that?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating
Hold
that
up.
even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
I think I could
here
read it.
you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Can't, cause I
Really
definitely can't.
worth it.
I can read it. What is it about the place? The weeks I've spent here, they feel
At
more
this
like.
point, Stanley's obsession
Bro,
with this room
shut
bordered on
up.
creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Nah, me personally, Stanley, I would not let that slide, but the extension feels so here might as well not exist. It is.
Stanley sat around waiting for more
Oh my
dialogue.
god.
But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
To share this feeling with the other, but a mood again, I said the feeling more understanding, no belong with a capital T. Yeah, also I'm hungry. Yeah, I don't know who wrote that, but there it goes. Alright, let's continue.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Are we doing that? Or are we going straight? Got it. Here?
We're going straight.
Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We're jumping. Go down.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
think that's
Everyone
honorable.
thinks you are very powerful.
Facts. Bruh.
All
Alright,
of
guess
his
we gotta
co-workers
complete this
were
again.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We could just stay in our own room.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single
Yes.
difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Oh, please.
Facts.
Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times.
just
Is
an
that all
achievement.
that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
We're clicking the door 20 times.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
So, guys, how's your
I'm
day?
still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Wait a minute. So, guys, we're just clicking random stuff. Don't worry, everybody in here is clean. I assume they wash.
Now, back to door
The
number
doorknobs.
437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine do that one again!
I have no idea what's going on.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Well, now I guess we go to the lounge. I mean, not the lounge, the employee,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, did that door just close? Okay, I guess we go left. Wait, did that door just close? Does he try opening it? Nothing. Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let a ball up inside you. Make sure you slide a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some Vivo on the text. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Thanks for pointing out I'm a monkey. Alright, now the statistics for some random shit. Broom closet. I think Sayori would
Stanley
love the broom
stepped into the
closet.
broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned
Especially with that
around
rope on the
and
ground.
got back on track.
Anyways,
Nah, that's crazy. If you don't know that joke, go watch the Doki Doki Let's Play. I'm sure it'll be interesting to everyone.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I walked downstairs to the basement.
I thought we were gonna get a bunch of kills. Oh my god, yes.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice Describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job.
Ooh, I'm pulling.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay, guys, so...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wow.
Mariella woke
Straight
up on a
into
day
it.
like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh. Wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Let's just skip through this.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Remembering that what happened in the closet with Yuri.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Facts. Ooh, this is nice. I've got the feelings for monies, for stealings, but not yours, of course. Soy, that's a lovely purse. Oh, purse. Yes, not whatever I was thinking. Up. Documents that I cannot read. I guess we go in some files. And there's nobody again.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Okay, 2845.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Just like secret files. Wow, it's dark in here. Is that Minecraft Enderman? Loading screen.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I think I like the escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Alright, let's go back. What the hell? Let's take the risk. Alright, guys. We're taking a risk now.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Ever the end is never the end.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
I'm getting
He doesn't know the real story.
flashbacks.
trapped forever in his narrow vision of
Help
what
me.
this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and
Help.
willingly accepted this violent end
No,
to his
if you guys
brief
don't
and
know.
shallow life.
Thank you
Farewell,
for one.
Stanley.
No. Voice help me.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Well, that's interesting. There's no way this is the end. That's a beat. Warzone. In early development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on the battlefield, fighting aliens, with a waged war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for a tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Interesting. Money. Stanley making bank, bro. Just by clicking some buttons. Are you what? No. No. Yeah, countdown.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do.
We're not quitting.
You wanna die?
You choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
This is our last opportunity, bro.
Okay, whatever. Quit the game.
We have done it.
Bro, hit him! Oh my god.
Damn.
This is the All of his
Alright, let's
co-workers
just
were
skip through all
gone.
this.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
You
simply
gotta
missed
give
a memo.
epic commentary because I don't have editor.
When
Remember,
Stanley
this
came to a
was
set of
fairy
2
tale.
open doors,
What
he entered the
door
door
are
on
we
his
gonna
left.
go in?
Number 11.
What?
No, I killed him.
Pick the door, Todd.
I picked the left door. $4.11.
Yet there was not a single person here
What was
either.
a 9?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What happened? That's crazy.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Up and up, down, up, down, left, right. Certified rig night fucking tonight.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
The door just closed behind us.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Guys, imagine we just jump off.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Damn. This is why you work in fast food instead.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating,
Inside Out
working.
Drop Edition.
All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Of course we're gonna turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Control?
Yes, I want control.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Exit.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Mans knew me so well. He said, let's get into it.
Facts. Hey, yo.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Actually, go back and go to the escape. Never mind.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this...
You even let him finish.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I'm not stepping through that shit.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Simulation.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
No. He lives in a world with Just yourself is sad and lonely.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Coffee nut.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's go. The first open door.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Now we're going to the elevator.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Idiot.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I shall be entering commentary now. Didn't want to earlier because reasons. So guys, this game is very interesting. Very intriguing. We're just making this shit up as we go. Ooh, found a new way.
Facts.
After we complete this path, we're probably gonna end it here.
I'll say it.
Or at the
This
path.
is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Yes.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
The
But it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Fuck you.
God.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I did not miss anything. No, there's
Okay,
no
yep,
doors.
it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Try opening the doors.
It's not letting me click on them.
Damn.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
We're just going in
No,
circles.
wait.
Oh,
Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
bro, what the hell?
Where?
Now this...
What type of
Well, I'll be
Detroit,
honest, I don't
Michigan
recognize
house
this place
is
at all.
this?
Is this the story? I don't think so.
No.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Burnt building.
Well, do you know what?
This is
Since
Detroit,
I've completely
Michigan.
forgotten what we were supposed to be
This
doing,
is Todd's
how
house.
about
He
this?
sleeps right here.
You win! Congratulations!
Let's go.
I know you put in
W.
a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both
Why?
know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
But watch
Some
out.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
Yes, it was.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Yeah, it's
I
Detroit,
don't care what
Michigan.
might happen this time. I have to restart.
Found a big ass rat in there.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the SyndroZ Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
No.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Alright then.
Guess we have no choice.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, I gotta come do it. He was loud as hell.
Facts. This is the One Piece tunes.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
What fern?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
What is there to miss?
POV One Piece writers trying to find the lore.
Facts, bro.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the SyndroZ Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Facts.
We're intelligent people, right?
Facts.
Why can't we make up our own story?
Facts.
Something exciting,
Yeah.
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I'll take it.
Facts.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Give me lots of riches.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Why is it trademark?
Bruh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our
The door on the
destination
left.
corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
And that's where we choose the door on the left.
Oh, they don't let us.
Oh my god.
Oh, it didn't even matter.
Bruh.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
What are you, 5?
And the timer stopped?
Bruh.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
No.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in
No.
the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh.
No, that is crazy. Wait, is it back
Someone
to...
was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
Oh.
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What?
We haven't finished playing through the old content.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Alright guys, I
he
think this
entered
is
the
where we're
door on
gonna
his
leave.
left.
We're gonna end this off here.
Yeah.
It does well, we'll make it into a series. We might make it to a series anyway. How do you enjoy today, Todd?
It was very complex.
Yep, we only got a little bit to go. I think a little bit of endings left based off my memory. That's why I haven't really been doing commentary, because I kind of remember that part, but I kind of remember it, but not really. Like, I know how to do the endings, I just don't know what they are. So anyway, let us know down in the comments your favorite part of the video, like, sub, and we'll see you next time. Thank you
Peace.
guys.